Hey guys, so let's start off by saying this isn't my script, it's from Tumblr. I will leave a link in the description. I'm going to try this, because if this does well, I'll continue to make Harry Potter content as well. If it doesn't, I just won't do it again, probably. Unless you guys want me to, obviously, then I will. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video. Harry knew he was done for when he first laid eyes on you in the infirmary. He had gotten injured during one of his Quidditch matches. He had taken a nasty hit from a bludger. When he arrived, he figured Madame Pomfrey would be the one to heal him, as usual. However, it was a pleasant surprise when he heard a soft voice and looked up to see a beautiful girl standing in front of him. So beautiful that he had to take off his glasses and wipe them clean to make sure he was seeing correctly. You were oblivious to his dreamy gaze as you scanned over the papers. "Hello, Mr. Potter." "Harry. Call me Harry," he quickly says. "Okay, Harry. And YN." You smile at him. "Pretty name for a pretty girl," he whispers under his breath. "Sorry." "Oh, nothing," Harry blushes. "Alright, well, it seems that your shoulder has been broken. But don't worry, I'll be able to fix it up and right up in no time," you explain. You take out your wand and some ointment. You say some different spells for fixing any broken or cracked bones. "Do you mind sliding up your shirt down just a bit so I can rub this on the bruises?" "No, not at all," he stutters and slides it down. "You're new here? I mean, in the hospital wing, he asks as you rub the medicine on him. Well, not that new. I've been here almost 2 months, but I want to be a healer when I get out of here, so some of my professors thought it might be helpful if I worked here first," you clarify. "Oh, well, that's brilliant if you ask me." "Thank you," you grin. "What year are you?" "I'm a 7th year. You're a 6th year, right?" "Yeah," he nods. "Ron, you should have seen her," he dramatically sighs. "Harry, stop being all lovey-dovey." He whacks his best mate in the back of the head. "But you don't understand. Her hair looks so soft. I think I'm in love." He falls back onto his bed. "Blimey," Ron shakes his head. When they went down to dinner that night, he let his eyes roam the great hall in search of you. Finally, his eyes laid on your angelic figure as you talked to some of your friends. He hadn't realised he had been staring until he felt Hermione hit his arm with a book. "Gosh, Harry, I think you're drooling." She rolls her eyes and goes back to reading. He quickly brings his head up to his mouth to check if Hermione was right. When he realised she was just messing with him, he shakes his head and puts it on his hand, resting his elbow on the table. "Harry, you only talked to her for like 10 minutes. Ron glances at you. "Yeah, but it was the best 10 minutes conversation in my life." He runs a hand through his hair. Since that day, Harry had purposely gotten injured from things like Quidditch, dueling, and other things he could think of. Why he did this? Just so he could be sent to the infirmary to see you. You had thought he'd shown up often, just because it was clumsy. Over their visits, you had grown to know each other well. You had become somewhat close. Whenever Ron or Hermione told him that he should stop, he brushed it off by saying, "She's a pretty girl, and a guy has to do what he's got to do." He loved when you would rub any type of lint on him just to feel your warm and soft hands on his skin. While you were busy writing things down, he would stare at your precious pink plump lips. He begged Merlin to one day be able to kiss those lips. He often dreamt about what it'd be like to be as your boyfriend. Today was another day where he had been hit with a spell that caused some gashes on his stomach. He was laying in bed waiting for his lovely healer to come in. Soon enough, he sees you strolling through the doors as you make your way over to him. "Harry Potter, what brings you here today?" You greet with a bright smile playing on your lips. "Hello, love. Just some cuts on my stomach," he informs you. You blush at the name and you nod your head. "Do you mind lifting your shirt for me?" He happily complies and brings up his shirt, revealing his toned stomach to you. You try your best not to look like you were checking him out. You were also glad no one else was in the room to notice. "Oh, Harry, what happened?" You gasp as your eyes laid on the bloody wounds. "Oh, I was hit with a spell," he tells you. "I'm sorry." You frown. "No need to apologise. This might hurt a little bit." You warn him as you get the medicine cloth to clean the injury. You finish wiping the cuts and put a bandage over them. You sit in the chair that was next to his bed and look at him. "You know, you come in here at least twice a week," you start as he stares at your pretty eyes. "Is there any reason you're always getting hurt?" "Oh, no, Harry rubs his neck nervously as he suddenly avoids eye contact with you. You're not getting injured on purpose, are you?" "What?" "No, of course not." Realization hitch fills your head. It all makes sense now. Your friends always told you that he was admiring you in the Great Hall. He always had a pink blush on his cheeks when you would look over at him intensely, and you had heard him ranting to his friends over some girl. You stand up and sit on the bed. Are you sure there isn't another reason? Maybe there is. He fidgets with his fingers, and as he looks out the window. Yeah, and what would that be? I sort of kind of fancy you. He rushes out so fast you couldn't understand. I have no clue what you just said. You tilt your head with a small smile. I sorta, kinda fancy you. Harry blushes as he looks into your eyes. Do you now? You whisper, as your face moves close to his. Yeah, he mumbles while staring at your lips. Well then, I suppose you might want to know that I sort of fancy you too, you say, glancing at his lips as well. He can't take it any longer. He reaches a hand behind your neck and pulls your lips towards him. He sits out while keeping your mouths connected. He cannot seem to get enough of it. His tongue slides into your mouth, and you almost let out a moan from how passionate the kiss is. Eventually you slowly pull back, leaving his mouth trying to follow yours, both of you breathing heavily while wearing smiles. You're a great kisser, Harry said breathlessly. Not too bad yourself, Harry. You grin. I'm sorry, I have to go, but we should do this again sometime. You stand up and go to turn around. Wait, he says, as he grabs your wrist gently. Would you want to go to Hogsmeade with me sometime? Harry kissed your hand. I would love to, you beam, bending down to peck his lips. Brilliant. How about this Saturday? Sounds perfect, Harry. Bye, Harry. You wave, walking out of the room. Harry licks his lips, wishing you were on them again. He closes his eyes and falls back into his pillow with a dreamy smile. When Harry got back, Ron and Hermione never heard the end of it.